Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily, and it looks like one of Everton's strikers could be leaving the club very, very soon. This video is sponsored by OneFootball. OneFootball's app makes it easier to keep up to date with transfer news, scores and stats all in one place. To download the OneFootball app, click the link in the description. Yes, it looks like Niasse is leaving Everton. The deal to Cardiff City could be done in the next 24 hours. It will be a loan till the end of the season, and it sounds like there is an option to buy at the end of the season if Niasse does well. Of course, Niasse went on loan a couple of years ago to Hull City. He did quite well. Scored in his debut, I think. He scored against Liverpool. He scored at Old Trafford against Manchester United. He didn't score enough goals to keep Hull in the Premier League, but did a good job. Obviously came back to Everton, nearly went to Crystal Palace on loan, stayed at the club, thankfully, because his goals were very important. Goals against Bournemouth in the League Cup, away at Crystal Palace. He scored an equaliser at home. He kept on popping up, didn't he, and scoring important goals. Listen, not the best footballer in the world. We all know that. Had a really bad start under Roberto Martinez. Ronald Koeman didn't really have any interest in him. But he saved his bacon in that game against Bournemouth, didn't he? So scored against Watford as well. Scored against Arsenal. Just kept on popping up in a little period of time and scoring goals. Of course, was banned as well for the dive against Crystal Palace, which was absolute nonsense. And really, from that moment, that sort of ruined any potential Everton career he had. I mean, I'd more likely say his first touch ruined any Everton career he had. But listen, this lad worked hard, got stuck in, never give anything up, and got his rewards. But clearly just not talented enough. But listen, he might do the job for Cardiff, and it wouldn't surprise me if he scored goals for Cardiff and kept them up in the Premier League. We'll wait and see, obviously, if that deal goes through. But will this move mean Everton will be looking to bring someone in? They've already said it's a one out, one in policy. So will Everton look to bring someone in, or do they feel like they've got enough between Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Cenk Tosun for the rest of the season? We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, those links with Battershire are being there, but that would have to be a permanent deal. We know that. So I'll be slightly sad to see him leave, but at the same time, he ain't in my team. And when he's come off the bench, I mean, certainly when he came off against Brighton, looked terrible. Let's be honest, he looked terrible. Everything was just bouncing off his legs. But there was a certain charm, wasn't there, to the Prince. So it looks like he's going to Cardiff. There you go. Another player who could be on his way out of Everton is Morgan Schneiderlin. He's been linked with Roma in the Italian press today. Roma? I mean, how'd you go from not being on the bench to Everton to a Champions League team? I don't know. It seems to happen a lot, doesn't it? Everton lose players, they go to Champions League teams and do all right. So yeah, Morgan Schneiderlin. I think that again would be a really good move for Morgan Schneiderlin. It'd be a good move for Everton. Everton have been linked as well with bringing Dzeko back to the Premier League. Could those two things work together? Wait and see. But I think Morgan Schneiderlin leaving the club this January would be good for him and good for Everton. It would get a player who's on good wages out of the club, because obviously he's not playing, he's not doing anything, and doesn't seem any potential that he will be playing. Doesn't seem to fit into what Marco Silva wants. Although Marco Silva has said a few times he likes him as a player, he likes him as a number 6. But you know, with having Andre Gomez in there, he's not been involved. So could he move to Roma? As I said, I think that would suit everybody. Again, another player who's been linked with a move, who, well, it seems like he'll be staying at Everton, but is Idrissa Gana Gueye. Paris Saint-Germain are trying to butter the player up. Club captain Thiago Silva has spoken today. I believe they're in Qatar on a bit of a winter break. He has spoken to the newspaper La Parisienne, and he said Ghana would fit in. He said, I don't know him well, but we are going to try and pay attention now to understand the situation. But I know he has the qualities to play at PSG, and of course we welcome him if he arrives. So club captain there, Thiago Silva, trying to sweet talk Ghana. But I think, it's not Ghana you've got to sweet talk. I think it's Everton you got to sweet talk, and I really don't think Everton will be up for selling the player as it stands, because he's a first team player at the end of the day, and Everton would have to replace the player and have a replacement already lined up, and I don't think there are players available just at this time that would suit Everton's budget. So Paris Saint-Germain obviously want him. I'm sure. Listen, deep down, I'm sure Ghana would want to make that move as well, and we'll wait and see. I don't know. I can't see it happen unless Everton can bring someone in. So there you have it. We'll wait and see. They're the players that have been linked out today. I can't see that one happening. But Niasse definitely looks like he's going to Cardiff. I can't see. Well, listen, he was definitely going to Crystal Palace twice. So that was scuppered both times. So I think Cardiff will try and get this one over the line. I'm not sure whether Niasse fits in with Neil Warnock's views that he revealed at the weekend, but he's a footballer, and if he puts the ball in the back of the net for Cardiff, they'll be happy with him. So I'm sure that'll happen. I'm sure that'll happen tomorrow, and we'll wait and see if that affects Everton in the transfer market. Will we go in for a player? We'll find out. Listen, if you want to hear more on the Ghana situation, join us on Patreon. We have done a daily extra on the Ghana situation, and if you're on Patreon as well, or if you want to join Patreon, we've just started our new show, the Premier League show, for all the news and discussion on the Premier League. Go and check that out. Thank you for watching Toffee TV. I'll see you later.